I've been a Sonic fan since the young age of 3. Now that does explain a lot of things, but it also makes me incredibly good at Sonic games, at least from the perception of an average member of society. So let's use this talent to get to meet so many women and show you how to up your game and be a god at Sonic Speed Simulator. So the first section of this video is going to be on how to progress and tips on how to use your moveset, and the second half is going to be on how to abuse your moveset at a high level to break the level design. So, let's go! Okay, so when you start the game, you're slow as hell. Immediately you should start collecting these XP things. Also, fun fact, I would assume these are based on the XP from Sonic Unleashed, which you primarily get in the Werehog levels. And if it's not a reference to that, then it fell into place pretty nicely. Anyway, walk around and collect these until you're level 5. I would also say you should partake in races, even if you don't complete them at a low level. They're a great way to get XP through the Chaos Orbs, the Chaos XP things, and the Giant Rings of XP. Anyway, here's my tutorial for Green Hill Obby 1. I didn't think people would actually find this hard, but most of my friends apparently spent nearly 15 minutes on it, viewing it as impossible. How? I did this in my first attempt. I don't understand personally how you can fail this, but hey, I can see how if you haven't played a Sonic game, these basic jumps may be slightly difficult. Right, let's explain the player's moveset, shall we? Right, so we have what? 2 basic moves we can do, jump and spin dash. However, surprisingly, these moves have some slight depth, especially when in combination to your momentum and such. In the first obby, we are faced with our antagonist of this simulator, jumping. There are 2 types of jumps which I'm going to call tap and hold. A tap jump is a single press of your jump button, whether it be on screen, controller, or a spacebar. Also, I'd like to note I play this game with a controller as it feels just most natural for a Sonic game. Anyway, a tap jump gives you a slight bounce up. However, if you hold the jump button, you'll reach higher. Depending on how long you hold the jump button for depends on how high you jump. For some, this is obvious, but for others, not so much. Just keep this noted, as it's pretty useful, especially if you've just been tapping to jump this whole time somehow. Anyway, you get over this obstacle and oh no! Jumps above certain death! Right, now is a good time to bring up the spin dash. Now this section is easily done without a spin dash, but it does help. Also, a lot of people don't entirely understand the spin dash in this game and just shrug it off. Okay, so the spin dash can be used for instant momentum, although people may assume it's useless. Ooh, you press the spin dash button and it's pretty useless. If anything, it slows you down. Well, to that I say, you're silly, because you took the time to have a social life instead of playing Sonic games. Basically, to get to high speeds from absolutely nothing, you hold down the spin dash button and release it. And then you click the spin dash button again to unroll, which allows you to maintain your momentum. To most Sonic Adventure fans, this is common sense, but to the average Roblox player, I can understand how you may not have known about this, as to be fair, I hadn't played the adventure games for about 4 years before Sonic Speed Simulator came out, and I forgot how to unroll, and I too thought the spin dash was useless. But once I remembered, I proved myself really wrong. You can use the spin dash for instant speed to cross gaps and later on break the game design, which I'll get into soon. Anyway, if you're finding any of these jumps difficult, you can spin dash, unroll, hold jump, and this allows you to get a large burst of speed, and by holding jump, you get launched further into the air, allowing you to make a further distance. You can then click the jump button again to launch yourself further forward. Once you understand this concept for the spin dash, you're able to break a lot of the game design, similar to a Sonic Adventure actually. Anyway, moving into Green Hill Obby 2, we're introduced to the homing attack. The homing attack allows us to land on a specific targeted object, such as springs in this game, by pressing the jump button whilst in the air. And if we see this green target appear, it allows us to track onto it and attack it. Well, that's the only thing we can homing attack in this game so far anyway. The homing attack is a great move, as it ensures you land exactly where you want to land on a 3D plane. This was introduced in the first Sonic Adventure, as it's harder to get a perfect landing in a 3D game compared to a 2D one. If you have nothing to lock onto, you're able to press the jump button again, which gives you a dash forward in the air, which is useful for the most of the platforming sections. Now we're level 30, let's go into the Lost Valley Obby to unlock the Lost Valley world. Also, this is unrelated, but why Lost Valley? Why would you choose the first level from Sonic Forces? Sonic Forces! Why? Why would you make me revisit this terrible place? Anyway, Now you can do this obby normally like a pleb by hitting all the springs, or do it like a level 30 Chad by abusing the spin dash to skip nearly the entire thing. Anyway, I'd say these are the basics of the game. There's not an awful lot left to learn. All you can do from here is improve your control over your character and level up using XP to achieve higher speeds. Anyway, here are some useless facts I learned while replaying on an alt account. You're able to complete your first loop-de-loop at level 16. You begin to consistently run with your hands out behind your back around level 34. Not much else to say, couldn't really come up with anything cool. Anyway, moving on to how to abuse the game as a higher level. So, you're a real gamer now, huh? Well, let me show you how to abuse the level design with the spin dash. Well, for starters, you can beat the Green Hill Obby 1 in just 3 good hold jumps. Yeah, although I suppose that isn't too impressive. Now, you can skip parts of Green Hill Obby 2, but you aren't able to skip it all in one big jump, so I don't think it's too impressive. But now, Green Hill Obby 3. Oh ho! Well, for starters, this is not Green Hill, this is Hilltop Zone. But regardless, I like what they did here. More so for newer players, as it feels like a genuine section from a Sonic level as a level 35. However, as a level 200, you can skip huge portions of this already short course by performing various spin dashes. You're able to beat this obby in seconds by going around the mountain and all sorts of shenanigans. Speaking of skips, with a good spin dash you can literally beat Lost Valley's obby in a single jump. And you can do Emerald Hill in one jump. Actually, you can do this easily, even just as a level 100 by jumping on this ledge, then spin dashing off that too. But yes, you can beat Emerald Hill's obby in just one jump. And Snow Valley. They really need to make better obbies for these zones, as they are far too easy, especially for an experienced Sonic player such as myself. Time to discuss the races. For the straight Green Hill race, literally spin dash, charge, unroll, boom, the end. For Lost Valley, a good way to beat it is to spin dash, charge, and unroll, then do a quick spin dash unrolling on this first main ramp. And if you're a high enough level, you can skip the entirety of the race. Look, you can cheese so much of this game's level design, it's unreal. But I find a lot of fun in that, and I'm sure that a lot of other players do too. Although they really should flesh out the races just a little more. You know what? My tips for this video are over. It's time for the third section. Race ideas. Not in a racial way. Imagine a speed highway course where you could run on the side of buildings and then there was like highway strips that had multiple paths. Do you know how cool that could be? Or what about a green forest themed race that would look like the SA2 level, running through like tree trunks and everything? Or imagine if there was a Sky Sanctuary race where the floor would fall down behind you as you ran. I mean, it would probably have to be local floor to make it fair for the other racers, but even still, that would be sick. You know what? I hate Sonic Forces, but if they have to have Sonic Forces themed stuff, have Metropolitan Highway Race. This stage had awesome theming, but was brought down by bad level design and the fact it's in Sonic goddamn Forces. I give up. Literally any race theme to something outside of Green Hill with cool platforming. I could think of so many. Chemical Plant with pipes you can ride through. Studiopolis with those Hornet Mans to teleport you. Metal Harbor, and at the end you have to grab onto a rocket. That would be so cool! City Escape having to run down the hill like at the start of City Escape. There was so much missed potential here! And yes, the game is early in development, the game was rushed out, I understand. I just hope to see these kind of races in the future. And while we're on the topic, why not have some worlds themed to places that are unrelated to Green Hill? As we have 4 worlds right now, which are all variants of Green Hill. Snow Valley right now is literally just a copy and paste of the beta version of Lost Valley, just snowy. And the new world we have coming is Hilltop Zone, which is just blue Green Hill with lava. I hope they can add some cool new worlds and races. I would really be able to love this game if that happened. Also, maybe the ability to collect the Chaos Emerald to a reward, and hell, maybe even a small single-player story campaign with your avatar helping Sonic defeat Eggman, although I'm getting ahead of myself here. Either way, I'm excited for the future of this game. Oh yeah, where were we? What even was this video about? I lost count, I'm just gonna end it right here. In the wise words of Jim Carrey, work smarter, not harder, and take it easy.